So the stick is all fancy. It's a fancy, fancy stick. But it's still just a stick. And what does a fancy, fancy stick need? It needs a body. And that's what we're going to get going with. Now, because this is a through neck, the neck goes through the body in one piece. The body is not one piece of work. It's two pieces. The top bit goes on the top, bottom bit goes on the bottom. So let me cut short my waffle, pull out the plans and show you what I mean. So there it is. You got the neck going through the body. And in reality, like that. So one piece here sticks, another piece there sticks. Now what is this going to be made up of? You're full of good questions today, aren't you? Let me answer. So the materials we're looking at is this slab of oak sent to me by Pinta. Now, if you're used to my videos, you'd know that this was a double the size slab, and I made some dominoes out of it. I also made shut the box game out of it. Now this, I'm going to use two pieces of this to do the two pieces of the body, but it's not thick enough. And most likely not big enough. And this is what I have. From the hardwood pallet that I got the fretboard out of, I have all these other choices. It's quite dark woods. Nails to be taken out, obviously. Bit of spalting going on in some of them. Bit of a smorgasbord of choices there. I have other choices as well, but they're not as sexy as these. So the first step I'm going to do, before I start cutting into this stuff, I'm going to grab myself some paper, draw myself out the two pieces that I need, make some stencils, and then make a template out of a bit of MDF or ply, see what I've got, and I'll use that template to blah 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 blah. If I mess up, doesn't matter. Get on. And it's a decision time again. What's the decision, Jeff? The decision is, do I keep this or not? Now, I have this detail in the head stock, which is going to be there. It's going to have a plate over this, but it's there, and in the back as well. And I've got this detail here, but I've planed up that wood, and there's some really nice stuff in there. Some really nice stuff going on. And this, juxtaposed to this, looks stupid, I think. Looks silly, looks a bit circus-like. Because we're going to have the oak here, and we've got the lip, and the idea is the wood will fit flush and have the same on the other side. But I don't like it. I like this. So I'm thinking, as this is a fixed dimension, I cut the bodywork down so it's flush with this, and then the wood that I have here would go over, and you won't see that at all. Ah, man. Wasn't planning this, but it's always like this, isn't it? Mate. The thing is, my gut feeling is I'm going to get a shot of this. And if I don't do it now, I'll just regret not doing it. And every time I look at it, it'll piss me off. I know that. So now is the time to do stuff like that. If you're going to do it, it's got to be right to your taste. So I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to get rid of that. And so we'll have lots of stuff like this. Yeah, that's it. Decision made. Onwards and forwards. Onwards and forwards. No, onwards and upwards. Go. Okay, it's quiz time. Guess which one out of you and me forgot to plug in their GoPro? That's right, I forgot to plug in the GoPro. So I couldn't use it, so I couldn't film it, because I got what I got to do now. I can't wait for the thing. So I went ahead anyway, built up the bodywork. As you probably, I've shown you in some photographs, if I remember to take the photographs. First off, levelled off that centrepiece. I do that with chisels and a router and some planes. Sorted that out, and I then patchworked over the top, just like I wanted to. Now I'm going to try and pick it up. The glue's still a bit wet, but I'll try. Okay. Now underneath you can see the shape, and when that's dry, whoops, when that's dry, you'll see the shape, the proper shape of the guitar and how the wood will look and everything. At the moment it looks like a badly wrapped present or a hastily packed suitcase. But it's good, it's good, it's good, and I am very pleased that I went ahead when taking out that centerpiece. I'm chuffed with that. Apologies for not doing the, for not being able to film it. Hey. So that's the end of this one. The next one is shaping the final shape of the body, sanding it, finishing it. On the back of it, I've got to do the body relief parts on the top and the bottom. And after that, it'll be pick-up time. It'll all be well. It'll all do well. It'll all do well, Jeff. Don't you worry. So, end of this one now. Next week, another. Finished? No, not finished yet. Finish this one though.